All right, so today we're diving into AI culture. And get this, our artifact is, believe it or not, a t-shirt.
Mm.
Not just any t-shirt, though. This one's from the AI store.
Mhm.
And it says, attention is all you need.
Mm.
When I saw this, I knew we had to unpack this. What's the t-shirt tell us about this whole world?
Yeah, what's interesting about this is that it acts as a signal. You know, like a secret handshake or something. It's like if you're at a conference and you see somebody else wearing that shirt, you know that they get it.
Yeah, you're instantly connected. Like,
Yeah.
hey, you understand this world?
Exactly.
So I was poking around the AI store, and it's like a crash course, just browsing their categories. You've got like all your major algorithms as categories. You've got your inside jokes. There's even a section for HAL 9000. So clearly, this community, they have a sense of humor.
And that's important. It shows self-awareness, right? They're not taking themselves too seriously even when they're dealing with, potentially world-changing technology.
Yeah, and it is interesting, like right alongside ChatGPT, there's an entire category just dedicated to attention. So you know that phrase has some weight in this world.
It does. It's not just a catchy phrase, right? It actually comes from a 2017 research paper that, kind of revolutionized AI, especially natural language processing, which is what powers a lot of these tools like ChatGPT.
So wearing this shirt is like saying, like, hey, I'm in the club.
Yes.
Like, I get it.
Yeah, and especially with, large language models being so popular and prominent now, attention is all you need. It's very interesting.
Yeah, it's like a badge of honor almost.
Yeah.
And in the description, they actually call it a fashion statement for those who understand the power of focus, which is interesting in our world of constant distraction, right?
It really makes you think, like, are they being serious? Are they being a little tongue-in-cheek?
Right.
But it definitely speaks to that self-awareness and that focus, which is maybe even more important in the age of AI, that ability to focus.
Yeah. And then they say, this design was crafted for you by our human. Which, again, in the age of AI doing everything, it's like, what?
Yeah.
Why even point that out?
Right. It's interesting. Yeah.
Like, you could have just had AI design the t-shirt, but you're going out of your way to point out that a human did it.
Yeah, maybe it's like a little wink to the audience, like, we're not totally beholden to the machines just yet.
Right,
Yep.
exactly.
We still value that human touch.
Right, exactly. And it's interesting because this isn't even really about the t-shirt at this point, right?
Right.
This is about the desire to belong to something,
Of course.
to a group.
It's like those, I don't know, those inside jokes that you have with your
Uh-huh.
friends, or, you think about even just like band t-shirts. Like,
Yeah.
you see somebody with the band t-shirt on and
Yeah.
you instantly have this connection, right? You're like, oh, you like them too. I like them too.
I saw them on that tour.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like a secret handshake.
Yeah.
And the AI store seems to understand this need for connection, right?
Right.
Because they're shipping this thing worldwide.
Yeah.
They even say in the description, ships in 1-3 days.
Right.
Like, it's like bragging almost.
Well, it speaks to the, I guess, the breadth of this community, right? It's
Yeah.
not just like a Silicon Valley thing. It's a global phenomenon now.
Yeah,
AI is everywhere.
for sure. And they have like all the language options. They have currency options. Like, they get it. They understand this is a global community that they're selling to.
Yeah.
And they say that they're, what do they say, environmentally thoughtful because the t-shirts are made on demand.
Oh, yeah, that's interesting.
So, like, not only do you have to be into AI, but you also have to care about the environment.
Well, it makes sense, right? I mean, this is a generation that's grown up with climate change being a very real concern.
Right.
So, like, it would make sense that that would be something that they would care about and that the AI store would be aware of.
Interesting. So they're making a statement, kind of, with that.
It seems like it. Like, we're not just about the technology itself, but we're also thinking about the implications.
Right, the future.
Yeah.
It's pretty interesting. And you look at some of their other shirts, and some of them are, like, jokes about overfitting your models or, like, really,
Yeah, you have to know a little bit about data science.
it's to be in the know.
Yeah.
But then, right alongside that, they've got a whole section on ethical AI.
Yeah.
So it's a very strange juxtaposition.
It is a weird mix.
But I kind of love it.
It reflects the reality of the field, right?
Yeah.
There's this huge potential with AI, but there's also these very real concerns, right? Like, what happens when AI gets really good? What happens to jobs? What happens to, all these different things?
Totally, yeah.
And so it's like those two things are existing at the same time.
Right.
The excitement and the trepidation
Yeah. So the AI store is kind of like this weird microcosm of the entire AI world.
Yeah, I think that's a really good way to put it. It's like, if you want to understand what's going on in AI right now, go to the AI store and browse the t-shirts.
Yes.
That's your crash course.
And look at the descriptions.
Yeah,
Because the descriptions tell you a lot, too, about their values.
totally.
It's fascinating stuff. It's wild, right? We started with this attention is all you need t-shirt and
Yeah.
somehow ended up talking about, like, the future of humanity.
Right. It's like we fell down this rabbit hole
Totally.
of AI culture just by looking at a t-shirt.
It's true. And, it makes you wonder, like, what else is out there?
Oh, yeah.
Like, what other weird little things can tell us about where we're headed?
Yeah, what can we learn from, like, a meme or like a viral TikTok?
Right, like all these little things are artifacts.
Yeah, they're like little cultural breadcrumbs.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
And they're telling us something if we just know how to read them.
Exactly.
So I guess what we're saying is keep your eyes open,
Yeah, be observant.
pay attention. Maybe attention is all you need.
Maybe it is.
All right, well, until next time, thanks for joining us on this deep dive,
It's been fun.
and we will see you next time.